take one quick second and go down below and subscribe and click the little bell button so you'll never miss when I post a new video. So as you guys can see, there's a couple things different today. I am in a totally different space. For some reason, the electrical cords in my room, like in my apartment room, they aren't working. Like, they work in my bathroom and they work in the center room, but like in my bedroom, none of the plugs work. And like, my computer was dead, my phone was dead, everything was dead. So I was like, okay, I gotta find somewhere else to film. And we have these cute little lounges like on the ends of our hallway. So I was like, let me see how the lighting is in there. Maybe I can try shooting in there. And I mean, it's not bad. Like, I'm not mad at it. The sound might be a little bit weird just because I'm in a very big space, so my voice may be echoing. But if you guys like this little different setup, let me know and maybe I'll start filming here a little bit more often. So anyway, on today's Curls with Casey episode, we're going to be talking about some things that I think that you should consider before you decide to color your hair. As most of you guys have already seen, I did cut and dye my hair. And I mean, it wasn't a hard decision for me because I've colored my hair and cut my hair in the past, and I mean, I've grown it back out, so it's not really anything that scares me. But I know that a lot of you guys are probably considering coloring your hair and you're just not sure, you know, what may happen or what to expect. So hopefully this video can help you out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first things first, you should know that coloring is not for everyone and it's not for every hair type either. Honestly, coloring textured hair can lead to some unpredictable changes in your curl pattern. Whenever you alter or manipulate your hair's natural protein bonding, there's always a chance of some slight damage or some slight change in your curl. Now, these curl pattern changes are less likely to happen the coarser your hair is, but they are more likely to happen with medium to fine textured hair. And that's just because in coarser hair, the protein is naturally a lot stronger than in medium to fine textured hair. So they are able to just handle a little bit more. Prior damage you have to your hair may also affect any changes you may see in your curl pattern after you color it as well. And that means previous coloring or like previous heat damage or just manipulation and stress in general. If you are not sure if your hair is in a proper state to color, I highly recommend going to a professional, having a conversation with them about your hair's previous colors, your hair's previous damage and stuff like that. So that way they can really look at your hair and examine it and determine what may be the best route for you. You also have to consider some hereditary factors as well. Like, for example, my mom has finer strands, so that's why I have finer strands. And like I said, the finer your hair is, the more damage you may have when you color it. Overall, you should just feel very comfortable about knowing your own hair before you decide to color, just because once you do color, your hair is going to change a little bit. So you need to be able to adapt to those new changes. And knowing what your hair can withstand before those changes will help you be able to figure out how to change your regimen. If you're new to being natural or you just don't feel very confident in your hair and its texture, I would wait a little bit until you can really learn your hair, just because it's going to make the process a lot easier once you decide to color. Second thing is that your hair will increase in porosity once you color it, no matter what type of porosity you have going into it. Products that lighten the hair require a direct access to your hair's cuticle, regardless of if you use bleach or not. So any type of color will increase the porosity of your hair. Now, when your hair's porosity increases, your hair's dryness will increase as well. And it's just because moisture is easily able to get in your hair and it's also easy to get out of your hair. So if you already have high porosity hair before you color it, yes, your life is going to get harder. It's going to get harder to seal in that moisture into your hair. And I mean, I knew that going into this color because I've dyed my hair previously and I've noticed those changes. So like, this is from experience and from the books. Your hair will get drier and you just will have to work a little bit harder to keep it moisturized. And let's say you have low porosity hair before you color it, you're going to notice a change in how well your hair retains moisture as well. Now, with low porosity hair, it is harder to get moisture to go in, but once it's in, you know? Once you color your hair, you're going to notice that it's easier to get moisture to go in your hair and it's going to be easier for moisture to get out of your hair as well. So if you have low porosity hair and you are considering coloring your hair, definitely keep in mind that your porosity is going to change and you're going to have to get used to it being a lot more porous. For both low porosity and high porosity hair, once you color, it is very important to have a strict moisture to protein balance regimen in your hair routine. I do have a Curls with Casey's episode on moisture and protein balance, so definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. But if you've never cared about moisture and protein balance in your hair before, once you color it, you really need to start getting on it, because maintaining that balance will definitely help to make sure that your hair does not get damaged as much as it could if you neglect those things. The third thing is that along with a change in porosity, your hair is also going to lose some elasticity as well. Color treated hair naturally loses some of its natural moisture, and because of that moisture loss, your hair will automatically lose some of its elasticity as well. Elasticity just basically refers to how well your hair can bend and move and go back to its original structure without any damage. The elasticity quality of your hair is what gives it the ability to be manipulated without breakage or damage. So the less elastic your hair is, the more you may have breakage from manipulation, and the more elastic your hair is, the less you will have breakage from manipulation and stuff. So basically, once you color your hair is going to be a lot more sensitive to manipulation and styling and stuff like that. Once you color your hair, you are a lot more susceptible to heat damage as well. Again, moisture and protein balance are crucial in order to maintain a good elasticity in color treated hair. That good combination of moisture and strength is what's going to give your hair the strength that it needs to be able to handle day by day manipulation. That's why I'm kind of glad my hair is short now, because I'm not going to be doing a lot of styles. I'm literally going to be wearing wash and goes like all the time. But for those of you that like to do a lot of styles with your hair, you have to keep in mind that your elasticity is going to be different. The fourth thing is that if this is your first time coloring your hair, I highly recommend going to professional, like no matter what. Do not go home and do box dyes on your own if this is your first time. I also suggest reaching out to whoever you want to go to prior to your appointment, just to be able to talk to them, do a consultation, let them know, how you colored your hair in the past or any damage you may have in the past. Tell them about your hair's porosity, tell them about your hair density, tell them everything you know about your hair, so that way they can really look at it, examine it, and tell you, what coloring method may be best for you, or if you should color at all. And go to someone that seems genuine too. Don't go to just anyone that's just going to tell you, what you want to hear so that you'll pay them. But go to someone that you feel is genuine and will tell you the truth if you should color or not. But go to someone that you feel is genuine and will honestly tell you if coloring is for you or not. Also keep in mind that just because someone may be popular on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, doesn't mean that they're really good in real life. Instagram clout is just Instagram clout. It's literally just that. Half of those Instagram famous stylists don't even know what they're really doing. So like I said, just research your stylist first, gather as much information as you can, and just make sure you really feel comfortable before you let someone touch your hair. I always like to ask my stylist questions as if I'm the expert, so that way I can really see what they know. If they're hesitating or if they say things that don't make sense at all, abort. And the last thing, number 5, is that if you are terribly afraid of coloring, or you know that coloring is not for you or your hair, I would definitely say try a natural alternative like henna. Henna does not contain any harsh chemicals or anything like that, and it's a very popular alternative to color for natural hair as well, because it also acts as a treatment. So it has added benefits like moisture, shine, and thickness. I know that Lush has a really popular henna collection. They have red, they have light brown. Keep in mind that henna will not give your hair as much vibrancy as a real dye, obviously, because it's natural. It's not really going to penetrate your hair the way that a real hair color will. If your hair is naturally lighter, then you may get more color payoff from dye, but if you have naturally very dark hair, henna is probably not going to show as much. It may show in the light, but it won't show every day in the house type of thing, but it's just an option. So those are definitely my top 5 things that I think you should consider before you color your hair. Now, when I had colored my hair the previous time before this, it was not done professionally. It was done at someone's house, and they were not professionally qualified to be coloring my hair, which is why I had damage a lot worse. But now I know my hair, I know how it reacts to dye, I know who did it, I know that she knew what she was doing, I know what was used, and just having a clear understanding makes you feel a lot more comfortable, and preparing yourself for those changes makes you comfortable as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and of course give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye!